Welcome back, MCU fans. The very first episode of The Falcon and Winter Soldier is upon us.
Yeah, we're expecting a very explosive series. Really looking forward to it. We're going to react and review as usual. Before we do that, let's roll that intro.
Hey everyone, Chris and Jay here. Before we get started, I just want to stress how important it is to us with the new channel and how much you'd help us out if you could hit that like button.
And firmly press that subscribe button. And don't forget to ring that notification bell.
This has to be subtle. Subtle. Got it.
Oh, nice.
George here.
That's awesome.
Believe.
That rock, the leaper. And Red Wing. Oh, you called him Red Wing too. Sweet. Oh, that's a great kick. Oh, nice.
And down he goes.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
So are you off to Washington? What are you doing there? Moon stuff.
Oh, you're probably dreaming.
You think so?
Nightmare.
Yeah, okay.
Probably having PTSD.
Yeah, oh, yeah, you're right.
I'm no longer the Winter Soldier. I'm James Bucky Barnes, and you're part of my efforts to make amends. And other than that, I just went from one fight to another for 90 years.
That's kind of crazy when you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not all about space battles and
No, you get to see what's going on in between.
yeah. Being
Being a hero wouldn't be easy.
no, not at all.
Wait, how old are you?
106.
Poor circulation.
Just cringing.
Yeah. Oh, the start. That dream he had. That was the guy.
It was fine.
Oh, okay, so he's not just a normal guy.
No. Oh.
You're new Captain America.
Okay, John Walker then. Kick in the face, eh? New World Order.
NWO.
Yeah. Wrestling term there.
Or life, or whatever, how they did it back in the day.
Yeah. That was a good episode. Good start.
Yeah, like we discussed earlier, like I wasn't all that pumped on this series,
Mm-hmm.
but I like what I see so far. It started off with like epic action.
Oh yeah.
Got to see George St. Pierre.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's
I
cool.
rocked the leaper, like we said.
Didn't expect him to act.
No, I didn't. Maybe he'll be throughout the series,
Maybe.
just because he
He
didn't die or nothing there. So,
Okay.
yeah, Falcon's suit was awesome. As more like the comics.
And the drone.
The drone, Red Wing, and
Red Wing.
in the comics he actually had a bird named Red Wing. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, and I guess you see Winter Soldier, Bucky going through PTSD and trying to make amends for his wrongs.
And Sam with his, just in general, his life.
Yeah.
You know, how these people have to live. Like, being a hero isn't just all glam and glitz and you're famous and you got money. And
The Human Torch was denied a bank loan.
so it's kind of shedding some light on what it would really be like to be these people. It was kind of interesting. It was a nice take
Oh yeah.
on all that.
We really humanize the characters, you know. And I think that I think it's what everybody really wants. I mean, it's great to watch a popcorn flick, like watching the Avengers and they're battling and saving the day and being heroes, but to see the underneath idea behind who they are and why they're in their situation,
And with these Disney Plus streaming shows, they're able to do that. You know, you're not rushed through. You don't have 2 hours. You know, they can mesh things out a little bit, and you get to see behind the characters a little bit, like we did with WandaVision. Like,
Yeah.
you just get to see a little bit more of what's really happening behind the scenes and what happens with these people's lives. And that's actually what's making it interesting. I wasn't sure how these shows would go, and I'm actually really enjoying what they're doing so far.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
so, like this episode, it started off with lots of action, and there wasn't really much after that, but it still drew you in. It told a good story. Like, you see what Bucky's going through, his therapy,
Yeah.
and kind of guessed as to what was happening there with him and why he was trying to make amends with people.
Oh yeah.
The old man he hangs out with and what happened there. You get a good glimpse of, he's 106, I think he said, right?
That was awesome.
So
yeah.
106 years old, and all he's done his whole life
Let's fight.
has
Yeah.
fight, been in wars, been in battles, so imagine the toll that would take on you psychologically.
Yeah, and like you said, it'd be tough for most normal people to come out of it. Like we do what you're paying bills, you're doing that kind of stuff, and here's this guy who's been nothing but a warring person, a war hero, war villain,
An
and
assassin.
yeah, and that's a lot of baggage, and to
Well, one person can't get through a war usually without really getting messed up.
Yeah.
Imagine living your whole life like that. Like the trauma that they would have to live with and deal with.
wow.
So it kind of really humanizes what these characters and shows what they're battling inside.
Oh yeah, and I think everybody wants, when you watch a movie and you see certain characters, you want to see a backstory. You want that backstory because we go away from that movie and we're like, oh, what did he do in his life, or how did he get here? And I think those are being able to explore that. I think it really really enhances the story. Like, and the way this is going, I mean, right off the bat, I see it. You've got Falcon and Winter Soldier have to team up at some point. I mean, it's obviously it's the name of the show,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, you see them battling, everyday life, and how it builds their character
yeah,
and who they are, and I think that's gonna throughout the episodes here, it's gonna kind of bring them together and make them that much stronger.
oh, yeah.
And they're building towards something as usual. And with all this character development, well, they usually have a game plan, obviously,
yeah.
what they're going to do with it. So I think the emotional investment that they put in just this first episode,
Oh, yeah.
I think throughout the series, you're going to get a lot more of that. I think it's actually going to be a series, believe it or not, where we all thought it was going to be like nothing but action and
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. I think it's going to hit here kind of thing.
Yeah,
It really
to the
feels
heart,
like that.
right?
Yeah.
bit of a political motivations, things like that too. If you got these flag smashers, there'll be something going on in that.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's pointing to Baron Zemo. It's
Yeah.
tied with that somehow.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know how, but just it was a unique start there. They're looked like, was it right, robbing a bank?
Yeah, it looked like it was a bank or some sort of
Yeah.
something like that with money involved. Yeah, I think that's good. And how about the end? How about, so Sam gives away the shield as the gesture of, it's a symbol, right?
Yeah, he didn't feel worthy
Yeah.
that the Cap was here, and
Yeah.
Cap was the standard.
Oh yeah.
He was above the standard.
Yeah.
And he just felt that Shield deserved more.
But it's typical of politics or things like that to just take something that somebody gives you and give it to somebody else because it's their own agendas, right?
Yeah.
And
And you can tell it's all agenda driven.
oh
there.
yeah, and it's just typical in life. I hate to say it,
Yeah.
but and to see that, and I can see Sam would be choked about that. I mean, like,
Well,
yeah.
Sam would be choked. I'm sure that everybody else would be choked. I'm sure all the existing Avengers would be choked.
Oh yeah.
And it's John Walker, right?
Yeah, John Walker is in the comics becomes the new Captain America, and later kind of becomes U.S. agent. So it's a bit of it's an interesting where they're gonna go with that. Like,
So is he a super soldier in the comics, or is he?
no, he's just a regular guy. So
Really?
I don't know if they're gonna enhance him or do any kind of stuff. It's been a while since I've visited that storyline, but it's an interesting storyline. So I hope. I mean, maybe we're gonna see it. We'll see Sam come to terms with things, and maybe he'll accept the shield eventually. Or
I think that's what they'll build.
Yeah.
To.
be kinda
Right now,
cool.
it's going to be a political push with this character, obviously, and
agenda driven.
I think they're going to go really bad.
Yeah, it's gonna go south for sure.
And like it would realistically, it's
Yeah.
it's kind of a BS
oh, yeah.
kind of situation. But yeah, I think what will happen is Sam will come to grips with who he is and feeling, maybe not even necessarily feeling worthy, but just knowing that someone like him would have to kind of carry the mantle going forward.
And I think really, if Captain America himself, all the things that stand for and good and wholesome and all that, gives you the shield and says you are worthy. It's your shield.
He obviously has seen something in Sam.
Yeah, and I think there has to be more behind that. And I get it. Sam doesn't feel like he's worthy, but I think throughout the series we'll see that he is worthy of it. And I guess we have to wait till the next episode to find out the next piece.
Yeah. Are we gonna see anything else out of this series in terms of bad guys, cameos? Do you think that anybody else gonna pop up? Like right now, they're really not showing us much. They're just kind of doing a lot of character development here.
No, if I'm thinking about it, and we kind of mentioned, I think the only cameo maybe you might get, I think it's gonna be straightforward. We know that Baron Zemo is gonna be the bad guy. You got a little appearance of George St. Pierre, which is kind of cool, but it's just a small bit part. Like that wasn't earth shocking, really. I think the only one would be maybe you might see Steve Rogers, old man Steve Rogers.
We were discussing that. And
that'd be a big cameo.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, and I think that it fits the where we're sitting with it, but you're not going to get full vibrant Captain America.
No.
You're going to get old man Steve Rogers. Maybe sage advice, right?
Sage advice, or maybe he's the one who passes off the shield again.
Yeah,
and maybe does it in a more public forum, maybe, or something.
Yeah, and that'd be cool. But yeah, I mean, good first episode though.
Excellent first episode.
Yeah, and looking forward to more.
All right, well, the first episode of the Falcon and Winter Soldier is in the books. We've got some character development and we've got some action. We've got all the things that we were hoping to see, and probably a lot more. Hoping to see what you guys think here. Drop some comments in the comment section. Your theories, thoughts on the episode, whether you liked it, disliked it, thoughts on the show even.
Yeah, questions, everything. We definitely want to answer. We want to hear from you guys. So make sure you just give us a shout. And we want to thank you for joining us here at the Blazing Overture. And tune in next time.